The class again, power system 2. As after the unit 1, we started unit number 2, which was about the load frequency control. As I told, yes, please be attentive. As we have seen in the electrical machine classes, it is a synchronous generator. It is a synchronous generator, which is the main part at the generating station. If you at the power station, if you see, it is the synchronous. Mainly 90% or more than 90% power is generated through the synchronous generators. Very less, it can be say solar or another devices are there, but more or less all the power available that is generated from the with the help of the synchronous generators. So that's why when we study means it is the only this device, synchronous device, which is responsible for maintaining the frequency, maintaining the voltage of the system. Although these generators are power plants are distributed throughout the places, but collectively they are responsible for supplying the active power and reactive power to the load. Because different generating stations, they are giving power to the grid. From the grid, we are taking the power. As a consumers, as a customers, we are taking the we are drawing the power. So this generation of the power, active power, or generation of the reactive power, and reactive power, both are being available from the power plant and some other devices also. And this is generating stations are responsible for maintaining the voltage as well as for maintaining the frequency. So as a power engineer, your role is to maintain the voltage and frequency as a desired level. Voltage should be at 1 per unit plus minus 5%, and frequency should be at 50 Hz plus minus 0.5 Hz. Okay. In the last class, we described that to supply the lagging load, we have to over excite the generators. अगर आपका load lagging है, in the previous class, if you remember, we told with the help of the phasor diagram and with the help of the equivalent circuit of the generating machine, we described that if the load is lagging, we have to over excite the synchronous generator, and if the load is leading, then we have to under excite the synchronous generating side. And if it is a normal means 1 unity power factor, we have to normal excitation. It means excitation has to be continuously changed to supply the demand. And we also told if it is not done, if you are not able to change the excitation continuously as per the demand of the reactive power, then voltage will not remain as a constant. This also be described. So to maintain the constant voltage, we have to continuously change the excitation. Now, and what about the frequency? This again we describe this system. It is a turbine, it is a generator, and turbine is rotating. Turbine is acting as a prime mover. Here it is acting as a prime mover. It is the whatever the kinetic energy here that is being supplied to this, and this generator generate the electrical power. This electrical power is generated at some voltage level, let it be say 25 kV, and this voltage level is then step up to the high voltage level, that is a transmission voltage level. It can be 66 kV, 110 kV, 400 kV. Then it is given to the grid. This power is given to the grid, and from there the energy will come to the turbine. This is coming from the fuel which is entering from here. It can be, this energy can be either coming from the fuel, converting chemical energy, fuel is converted from chemical energy and chemical energy to mechanical energy, or it can be with the help of hydro or any type of energy, it can be there. So from here, this energy, from if it is a steam, then this is converted to the chemical, here steam is converted to chemical energy, and finally it is the mechanical energy. So this energy, now you please listen. The energy coming from here is having the two parts. One part is to supply the electrical load here. Another is to having the storage of energy into the rotor. So now we told in the previous class, if this electrical power demand is increased, suppose the fuel entry is such that if it is a say 100 megawatt power, this fuel entry is such that it is delivering the 100 megawatt of power. It is delivering 100 megawatt of power here. Now, fuel delivery is constant, for example, and the demand increases from 100 to 110 megawatt power. Then what happens? This additional power comes from the storage energy of this. Storage means half I omega square energy is stored into the rotor. So this stored energy is utilized and this supplies that additional power. But this cannot be stored energy. It is energy. It cannot continuously to give the supply. So if the additional energy, if the additional power demand is there, that is made from here, that is made from the energy stored. So stored energy is reduced. If stored energy is reduced, half I omega square means has been reduced from a rated value to some below value. I omega square is reduced. It means I is constant, moment of inertia, omega is reduced. Omega means speed, angular speed has been reduced here. When the angular speed will reduce here, then what will happen? Although it will try to supply, it will try to give that additional power, but when this speed is reduced here, the speed will be, this speed will be sensed here by the speed sensor here, and this speed sensor, with the help of the speed governor, it gives a signal. It gives a signal that it will tell that the demand had increased. This signal will tell the demand had increased. So accordingly, this signal is then amplified. So signal is amplified because that signal is not sufficient to change the amount of steam. Means just it required to open this steel valve, we require some force. That force is not, this signal is not sufficient to give that amount of force. So hydraulic amplifier is connected here. This hydraulic amplifier will amplify the signal, and this will change the valve of this control valve so that more steam can be flow. When the more steam will flow here, then what will happen? How much more steam will flow? कितना स्टीम इसमें फ्लो करेगा? जितना कि एडिशनल, सपोज ये आपका पहले आपका 100 मेगावाट का रेटिंग था, 100 मेगावाट का डिमांड था, 110 हो गया, तो कितना फिल करेगा? एडिशनल 10 मेगावाट विल फ्लो. So 10 megawatt will flow, so that this 10 megawatt including additional 10 plus 110 means both will be equal. But by that time, what will happen? By that time, input has become equal to the output. But by that time, the speed of the generator might have gone to some value below the normal value. Agar earlier the speed was 1500 rpm, this has kept to be the 1490 rpm. But input is equal to output. When input is equal to output, it will continuously to flow. But what will happen? The frequency will not be the 50 Hz. क्योंकि पहले जब 1500 था तो frequency क्या था? 50 था. अब when it is a 1490, then frequency might be 49 point something. So it means at that reduced frequency, the input will be equal to output, and continuously it will give the supply. In this way, input will be equal to output, but the result is not as per the requirement, as per the our satisfaction, that we want the frequency should be again 50 Hz. So it means with this loop, which is called the primary automatic load frequency loop, with this loop we are able to make input is equal to output, and there is a steady state error. Even then there is a steady state error in the frequency. Frequency from 50 it becomes 49.8. So this error, to remove that error, we have this additional arrangement. From here, from the grid, we sense the frequency. What is the frequency? If it is not 50, 49, whatever it is, this frequency signal is sent here, and this signal is compared with the and according this frequency signal is converted into the power signal. कि frequency से ये पता लगाते हैं अगर आपका 49 है तो कितना additional power चाहिए. So this additional power signal here, this additional power signal is again amplified here, and finally it goes to the hydraulic amplifier. Again, the steam valve opening is increased, which making how much it will be there, so that frequency again become the 50 Hz. Now, in addition to that, as I told, the generator is not only responsible for its own load. Suppose there are group of, you will be knowing later that group of generators connected at a one location, they are called a coherent group. Coherent group का मतलब if there are, say, in the Panipat there are 4 generators connected, and 4 generators here they are connected at the same bus or nearby buses, then they are called as a tightly coupled generator. What is the meaning of that? इसका मतलब क्या होगा? टाइटली कपल्ड मतलब if the load increase होने से क्या हो रहा था, वो उसका रोटर स्पीड becoming down, रोटर स्पीड. So if the 4 generators are there, they will increase or decrease simultaneously. मतलब दोनों का जो मूवमेंट होगा, जो रोटर का मूवमेंट होगा, साइमल्टेनियसली साथ साथ मूव करेंगे. That's why they are called coherent. मतलब उनकी ट्यूनिंग एक दूसरे की होगी. रोटर उसमें इंक्रीज करेगा तो सारे इंक्रीज करेंगे, डिक्रीज करेगा तो सारे. ऐसा रोटर 4 है तो चारों साथ के साथ इनकी डिक्रीज करेंगे. दे आर कॉल्ड कोहेरेंट ग्रुप ऑफ generators or machines. Such type of generators, you will see later, such type of generator can be considered as equivalent to a one generator. जितने भी कोहेरेंट ग्रुप है उन सबको एक इक्विवेलेंट कंसीडर कर सकते हैं. एंड देयर इज ए इक्वेशंस, यू विल सी लेटर हाउ दोज मशीन्स आर मेड इक्विवेलेंट टू वन मशीन. अगर 4 जनरेटर है उसके इक्विवेलेंट एक मशीन मान के आप इसकी एनालिसिस कर सकते हैं. दैट 4 इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू 1, एक जनरेटर बन गया. नाउ इन ए स्मॉल एरिया मींस ए फ्यू किलोमीटर एरिया, से हरियाणा स्टेट इज ए स्मॉल स्टेट इन कंपैरिजन टू अदर महाराष्ट्र एंड उत्तर प्रदेश. सो दैट the whole geographical area can be considered as small. So all the generators connected to that means either it is connected to the Faridabad or it is connected to the Panipat, they can be considered as a close to each other. So they can be, although they are not there, एक इधर मूव कर रहा है तो थोड़ा मूवमेंट आपस में एक दूसरे का मूवमेंट होगा उसमें, लेकिन even then for that purpose we can consider they are close to each other, they are considered as coherent and all can be made equivalent to a one. And there are provision, even then some nearby generators are there, how to make equivalent to them, equivalent to one. So all these generators which are connected to one area, one geographical area, that is considered as a single area. And that single area, so whole Haryana state can be considered as one single area. And if this control area, or you can say single control area, this control area is connected with the another control area, say Punjab state, and both are connected to each other. Haryana state is connected to the Punjab state through a line. That line is called the tie line. So what is the purpose of that? With that power, they can have a contract to transfer a power from one state to another state. अगर suppose करिए Haryana is having additional power, it can supply to the Punjab, it can supply to the Delhi. So this power is called a tie line power. It means this generator, now please see, this generator not only responsible to supply its own load, but it is also responsible for to supply the power to the tie line. ठीक है कि नहीं? तो अब ये जनरेटर कितना पावर सप्लाई करेगा, ये एक तो आपका टाई लाइन सेटिंग कि कितना, सपोज डिमांड ऑफ कंट्रोल एरिया इज से 200 और 2000 मेगावाट. The whole control area demand, say for example it is 2000 megawatt. So this is not only, this generator not only to supply, this generator or group of generators which is made equivalent to a one, this not only supply the 2000 megawatt, but this setting will be speed changer setting. This setting will be not only for the 2000, but it will be 2000 plus the power contracted with other control area. मतलब सपोज करिए पंजाब के साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है 200 मेगावाट पावर उसे चाहिए, तो 2000 इसकी प्लस 200 उसकी. सो अकॉर्डिंगली दिस सेटिंग विल बी फॉर द 2200. ओके, and here you see demand is increased. Here you see demand become 2000, in place of 2000 it become 2000 plus 5%, 2000 plus 5%. So this because of the 5% क्या हो रहा है, इसकी स्पीड कम हो रही थी. So the frequency has gone down here. So because of the less of frequency reduction, here is a signal will go. This signal will be proportional to the 5% of 5% means 100 megawatt proportionate signal will go from here and it will increase this. Okay, in this way this process takes place. This is called the secondary automatic load frequency, this is called the primary automatic load frequency, and this is called the excitation control, called the AVR loop. So if you have any problem up to this, you have to any query or question up to this, you can ask the question. Now what we are going to do, हमें करना क्या है? This is the just the explanation of working of the power plant. ये working है, but actually we have to analyze detail कि what is the role of speed governor. अब speed governor को हम ठीक से पढ़ेंगे और दिस प्राइमरी ऑटोमेटिक लोड फ्रीक्वेंसी कंट्रोल को सेपरेटली पढ़ेंगे, सेकेंडरी लूप को सेकेंडरी पढ़ेंगे, जनरेटर को सेपरेटली स्टडी करेंगे, टरबाइन का सेपरेटली स्टडी करेंगे. देन वी विल मेक द वन कंप्लीट, वी विल डेवलप द मॉडल फॉर ईच इंडिविजुअली. जितने भी इसमें कंपोनेंट है हर एक का इंडिविजुअल मॉडल डेवलप करेंगे. And later on, because they are connected to each other, so model will also be connected to each other. Then we will analyze. Means this problem, this is called the schematic diagram. This diagram will be converted into the control system problem. हमारी कंट्रोल की प्रॉब्लम बन जाएगी, because our object क्या है? Our object is to control the frequency and voltage. तो इनिशियली से फॉर एग्जांपल अवर फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट इज टू कंट्रोल द फ्रीक्वेंसी. तो फ्रीक्वेंसी को कैसे कंट्रोल करें, कैसे मेंटेन करें 50 हर्ट्ज, उसके लिए this problem has to be converted into the control. Describing the speed governor. This is the detail of the speed governor and the primary automatic load frequency. छोटा सा ब्लॉक दिखा रहे हैं वहाँ पे, उसका वर्किंग है. Later on you see, later on we will develop the block diagram for each to make it as a control system problem. देखिए ये क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे. What is happening here? You see. This is the shaft of the generator. This is the shaft of the generator. Generator का shaft, if the load is increased or decreased, then the normal load. If the normal load is say 2000 megawatt and if the demand increase, it means this speed will go down here. Or if the load is decreased, then speed will increase. So this shaft speed will increase and decrease. When the shaft speed will increase and decrease, it is a speed governor. So the wheel here, this is a vertical wheel, this is a horizontal wheel, like this. ये speed के साथ ऐसा घूम रहा है, shaft is moving. This means this wheel is moving like this. This is a vertical wheel, horizontal wheel. This is moving like this. So now, and here the two balls are connected. For example, here this has not been there. This is a two ball here like this. There are two balls here, and this is a spring. Now you see, if this speed is increased, then what will happen? And when speed will reduce, what will happen? अगर यहाँ इसकी speed reduce हो जाए, then if the two balls are connected here, speed is reduced, means these two balls will come closer to each other. होगा कि नहीं होगा? अगर speed increase होगी, if the speed is increased here, what will happen to two balls here? यहाँ पे अगर दो बॉल कनेक्टेड है तो क्या होगा? अगर स्पीड इंक्रीज होगी तो क्या होगा? एक स्प्रिंग है, देयर इज स्प्रिंग इन दैट टू बॉल्स, और ये ऐसे घूम रहे हैं. तो किसकी वजह से घूम रहे होते, क्या होता है उसमें? अगर ऐसे एक स्प्रिंग है दो बॉल में और ऐसे घुमा रहे हैं तो किस व्हाट इज द फोर्स बिटवीन द टू? उसके बीच में कौन सा फोर्स लगता है? सेंट्रीफ्यूजल फोर्स. और बाहर की तरफ जा रहा है सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स. तो जो ये बाहर की तरफ जो फोर्स जा रहा है उसको कंट्रोल कौन कर रहा है? स्प्रिंग Kx. तो सेंट्रीफ्यूजल फोर्स इज इक्वल टू द स्प्रिंग फोर्स Kx. वही तो होता है. अब अगर आपकी, और ये किस पे डिपेंड कर रहा है? mv²/r वेलोसिटी पे. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? इसकी रेडियस, इसका रेडियस ये जो ये है ना बॉल का, इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज करेगा. अगर आपका स्पीड ये रिड्यूस हुआ तो these two ball will go outer. ठीक है, थोड़ा बाहर की तरफ जाएंगे. when these two ball will go outer, suppose ये बाहर की तरफ गया तो इससे क्या होगा? ये नीचे की तरफ आएगा. और अगर ये स्पीड इंक्रीज कर गया, अगर आपकी स्पीड इंक्रीज कर गया तो क्या होगा? तो ये बाहर की तरफ जाएगा. ये बाहर की तरफ जाएगा तो ये ऊपर जाएगा, ये ऊपर जाएगा. सपोज मेक इट एज ए फिक्स. ये स्पीड चेंजर सेटिंग है, मेक इट एज ए फिक्स. इट इज लाइक दिस. देखिए दिस इज लाइक दिस हियर, ये इस तरह है। अब इस तरह, अब ये इफ दिस लिम्ब इज गोइंग अप, यहाँ से ये अप जा रहा है, इफ दिस इज गोइंग अप तो देन दिस विल आल्सो गो अप, होगा क्या नहीं होगा? when this will go up, अब ये इसको फिक्स माना है, let it be like this here, इसको यहाँ पे फिक्स मान ले और इसको ये ऊपर जाएगा, when it will go up तो यहाँ क्या होगा, ये D पार्ट क्या होगा, when this will go up this will also go up, होगा क्या नहीं होगा? तो when this will go up, this is hydraulic amplifier, hydraulic means high pressure oil, here there is a high pressure oil, इसके अंदर high pressure oil है, when this will go up, यहाँ से ज्यादा फ्यूल एंटर करेगा, this fuel will go from here, फ्यूल इधर से जाएगा, when the fuel will go into this piston will go down, होगा क्या नहीं होगा?
Yes, sir.
जब ये पिस्टन डाउन जाएगा तो यहाँ क्या होगा, इसमें this will go down, when this will go down इसका मतलब क्या है, यहाँ से ज्यादा फ्यूल एंटर करेगा, ठीक है, और ज्यादा फ्यूल एंटर करेगा तो क्या होगा, ज्यादा पावर जनरेट करेगा, कितना करेगा, जितना यहाँ डिमांड था, ठीक है, गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट, अंडरस्टैंडिंग? सो इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस नाउ, एक तो चीज हो गया आपका, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस स्पीड, आपने देखा स्पीड इसकी कम होने की वजह से, स्पीड कम होने की वजह से ये बाहर जा रहा था, तो कहीं ऊपर जा रहा था, इधर से ज्यादा फ्यूल हो रहा था, तो आपकी फ्यूल ज्यादा होने से ज्यादा पावर जनरेट हो रहा था, स्पीड कम था, इसका मतलब पावर कम था, तो अब ये पावर बढ़ा दिया। दूसरा, व्हाट इज दिस, इट इज ए स्पीड चेंजर सेटिंग, मींस इनिशियली में कितना, व्हेन दिस इज द सेकंड इशू, व्हेन देयर इज ए demand increase, then this come into picture. Normally what should be the input power, in normal condition what should be the fuel entry, कितना fuel enter करें, ये किस बात पे डिपेंड करेगा, ये what should be the initial fuel इसमें कितना एंटर होना चाहिए पर सेकंड, ये किस पे डिपेंड करेगा, किस पे डिपेंड करेगा कि इनिशियली हमें पता होना चाहिए कितना डिमांड है, डिमांड के अकॉर्डिंगली तो फ्लो करेगा। अगर मान लीजिए डिमांड आपकी 100 मेगावाट है तो 100 के अकॉर्डिंगली फ्लो होना चाहिए, और 200 है 200 के अकॉर्डिंगली होना चाहिए। ये कैसे पता लगेगा आप डिमांड 100 है 200 है, ये लोड फोरकास्टिंग से पता लगेगा। हम लोड फोरकास्टिंग के थ्रू वी प्रिडिक्ट व्हाट शुड बी द पर्टिकुलर डिमांड एट पर्टिकुलर इंस्टेंट ऑफ टाइम। सपोज ऑन फ्राइडे एट 9 o'clock लोड फोरकास्टिंग सेज द डिमांड इज 1800 मेगावाट, तो 1800 मेगावाट इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, द फ्यूल ओपनिंग दिस इज डन फ्रॉम हियर, स्पीड चेंजर सेटिंग, यहाँ आपके अकॉर्डिंगली 1800 के अकॉर्डिंगली इसको अप एंड डाउन करके जितना भी चाहिए, क्योंकि व्हेन दिस इज गोइंग डाउन जितनी आपको पावर ज्यादा चाहिए उतना इसको नीचे ले जाएंगे, जितना ये नीचे ले जाएंगे ये अप जाएगा, ये अप जाएगा तो यहाँ से ज्यादा फ्यूल जाएगा, ज्यादा फ्यूल जाएगा तो ये एंटी हाइड्रोलिक प्रेशर में ज्यादा ऑयल जाएगा तो ज्यादा फ्यूल ओपनिंग होगा। तो जितना आपको 1800 के अकॉर्डिंगली 22 जितना पावर ज्यादा चाहिए उतना इसको डाउन करेंगे। तो दिस इज डन इन द बिगिनिंग एज पर द लोड फोरकास्टिंग वी डिसाइड व्हाट शुड बी द स्पीड चेंजर सेटिंग, बट दैट लोड फोरकास्टिंग माइट नॉट बी एग्जैक्टली द एक्चुअल पावर डिमांड। जैसे हमने कहा कि फ्राइडे को 9 बजे 1800 मेगावाट पावर की जरूरत है एज पर लोड फोरकास्टिंग, बट इट इज नॉट 100% ट्रू, इट मे नॉट बी देयर। आपका 1800 भी हो सकती है और 1750 भी हो सकती है, 1820 भी हो सकती है, पावर हो सकती है कि नहीं हो सकती है, बिकॉज वो तो लोड फोरकास्टिंग था। लोड फोरकास्टिंग 100% ट्रू नहीं हो सकती है, देयर कैन बी सम चेंज एंड दैट इज टेकन केयर ऑफ। जो बैलेंस बच गया दैट इज बीइंग टेकन। अगर आपकी इक्वल होगी, बाय द वे लोड फोरकास्टिंग भी कह रहा है 1800 मेगावाट और डिमांड भी 1800 मेगावाट है, तब इनपुट इज इक्वल टू आउटपुट, तो फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑटोमेटिक 50 रहेगा और स्पीड उसकी 1500 आरपीएम रहेगा। व्हेन दे आर नॉट इक्वल तो ये स्पीड चेंज होगा, स्पीड के अकॉर्डिंगली फिर ये यहाँ से कहेगा कि आप फ्यूल को इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज करो। इज दिस पॉइंट क्लियर और नॉट? यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ पूछना है? नाउ व्हाट वी विल डू, देखिए अब इसके अकॉर्डिंगली, इसकी फंक्शनिंग के अकॉर्डिंगली, हाउ इट इज फंक्शनिंग, इसकी फंक्शन के अकॉर्डिंगली हम इसका मॉडल डेवलप करेंगे। देखिए वी आर डेवलपिंग द मॉडल, वी विल राइट द इक्वेशंस, हर एक का इक्वेशन लिखा जाएगा। इक्वेशन विल बी रिटन, equation will be written for here, equation will be written for here, equation will be written for here, everywhere the equation will be written. And if the equations are linear, equation can be linear or non-linear. If equations are linear, we can solve it in the normal procedure, but here the equation may not be linear. And we know if the equations are non-linear, we have to solve the non-linear equation with the help of the Laplace transform. फिर हमें उसका लाप्लास लेंगे। लाप्लास लेने के बाद में क्या होगा, लाप्लास we will describe in this लाप्लास इस तरह मॉडल बनेगा। दिस इज वन मॉडल, दिस इज अनदर मॉडल, जनरेटर मॉडल, फॉर एवरी कंपोनेंट देयर इज मॉडल। सो we will be in that way we will be able to develop the overall model of the system, ठीक है। once we are able to develop the overall system of the model, then we will find कब कर पाएंगे कि कितना लोड बढ़ाएं तो कितना फ्रीक्वेंसी पर असर पड़ेगा, और क्या करेक्टिव मेजर लें तो फ्रीक्वेंसी उतना हो जाएगा। देन यू विल बी इन पोजीशन टू एक्चुअली क्वांटिफाई एंड टू फाइंड द रिजल्ट्स, ठीक है। तो यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ पूछना है?